All right, chat. If you guys don't know what's happening today, we're doing couples therapy. I know a lot of y'all be like couples therapy. All right. So listen. Here's what I want everybody in this chat to do. Share this stream up. Share this stream. Hosted by my Twiz. We did something with Twiz last time. So if you guys are not tapped in with Twiz, go tap in with Twiz. Hold on. Let me knock on that nigga's door. Yo.
Hold on. Yo, what's good?
Should I mute up for this? Should I not know about the questions?
Yeah, you can't know about the questions. Give me 1 second.
All right, bet. Shaq, someone's go stream snipe. Someone go stream snipe. Tell me about the question. Nah, don't do that. Oh God, don't do that.
We're here today. We gotta ask you some questions, kind of about what happened with prom, your dates, and how those series of events have unfolded. Okay. Now, if you could provide some preliminary backstory just to refresh the viewers a little bit, up until the prom, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
This thing on. Yep. Okay. I met this girl named Valerie. I met her on Discord from my boy. I was just trying to see how it go. She was on the stream that one night. It was a vibe. It was cool. And then we got another stream. I invited her on again. I'm like, I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling something.
Right.
I think I was peer pressured by the chat, but I didn't give a f. The chat said, ask her to prom. You know what? I'm gonna do it for my. I asked her to prom. She said yes. But who would have thought that me doing that would be a big ass regret at the end of the day?
Okay. So while y'all were first meeting, you know what I'm saying, was this just an on stream or was this an off stream? Did you call off stream? Did y'all talk?
Now, Pete, there was a bunch of calls off stream. I mean, too many to count. Like, a whole bunch, gang. To the point where I met her parents and she met mine.
Okay. Thank you for your backstory. We appreciate you for filling in some of these details that some people may have missed. Let's bring Val in here. Let's get Val in here. Val, hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing today?
Chilling. How are you?
You're chilling. I'm doing great. Is it possible for you to turn your camera on, please? Okay, so Val, we heard a little bit of the backstory before prom from Shello, but I kind of want to ask you for a little bit of backstory about how y'all met and how y'all ended up going to prom together. If you could fill in some of those details.
Well, me and Shello, we met through a friend. It was chilling. It was cool. It was a good night. Honestly, everything was perfectly fine. And the next day, it was just me and Shello. We started kicking it off on Discord. And then that's when someone brought up prom. And then, yeah.
Okay. So when we asked Shello about this backstory, he said that he ended up meeting some of your family. Is that true?
He met my mom and my brother, but mainly my brother.
Okay. So I guess that's your little bit of backstory. So now we're gonna start getting into some of these questions that we have prepared for Shello and for you, Val. So we kind of want to get into like the nature of y'all's situation. You know what I'm saying? So, Shello,
yes.
This is the very first question. When y'all first started communicating with each other, did you think that y'all would ever be more than friends at some point?
If I'm being honest with you, from the conversations we would have to the amount of times we would talk, I felt like there's a good chance for more than friends.
Now, Val, throughout your conversations with Shello, did you think that y'all would ever become more than friends?
I mean, we had pretty good conversations, not gonna lie. There's sometimes that we understood each other. Sometimes we laugh and stuff like that. It's like good nights. Like good nights on the phone and stuff. But honestly, I was really scared because I actually kind of stood on business after someone had did me dirty before I met Shello. So I just didn't know what I really.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause you here. Did you or did you not see a future with Shello throughout the conversations? It's a yes or no question, and you could be 100% honest. Nobody's going to judge you. You could be 100% honest.
If everything would have went good, then yeah. But after what literally has happened through my past, I don't know. It was just literally like a blank face.
Can I see what's my crush?
Okay. So is that a yes or is that a no?
Like I'm not saying just like, oh, because I really don't know. Like if everything would have went good and nothing ever happened back then yeah. But then after like something has happened, I've seen like literally like black. Like I'm just a I don't know person.
Okay. So no. Okay. Shello,
What's up?
what's your favorite thing about Val?
You know, throughout all the times, even the bad times, like I'm still a very honest person. I feel like my favorite thing about Val has to be the way she can be in some certain situations. You know, she's a very outgoing person, and her energy is it lines up the room. I'm not gonna lie. So it got to be her energy.
Val, what's your favorite thing about Shello?
I mean, there's really a lot of things that I really fuck with about Shello. He's actually like a nice ass person to talk to, gives you really good advice. He will sit there and talk to you no matter what. That's what I like because we have assholes in this generation and who don't give a about anybody but themselves. I really liked his personality, the way that he was, how he treated me during the trip, my first time seeing him. It was actually like really nice. It was a good experience. I just there's really like a lot of things. Just mainly the only things that I with is his personality, and he's very a nice, bright,
Okay.
outgoing person.
All right. So the next question is, Shello,
Yeah.
what's the most annoying thing about Val? And Val, you're gonna have to answer this question soon. So
What if you don't even have an answer for that?
I can name 10 things I don't like about Shello.
Yo, this nigga dick riding. Yo. What the? Alright, nigga, hold on. One annoying thing about Val that you sometimes it's hard for you to listen to reason.
Understandable.
Yeah, you just be in your own world like most of the time. How we gonna have a conversation if you can't like hear me out?
I understand that. I sometimes be my ADHD could kick in, and I could go like you know.
Okay. So Val, what is the most annoying thing about Shello?
There's really not much annoying thing, to be honest.
So you're saying that he's the most perfect being on earth?
Okay, I literally said there's nothing. I literally said there's nothing annoying about him.
So there's not one single. I'm not trying to press you or nothing, but like there's not a single situation in which you've like, oh, I wish Shello didn't do that.
No, not really.
Like you can be as honest as possible. Like ain't nothing stopping you. Is there anything that I annoyed you by doing?
There's nothing annoying.
Okay. All right. I have the next question. So Val, did your friends think you and Shello would become more than friends?
Well, one said no. One said yeah.
Wait, okay, and why is that?
Never really asked. Like I never really asked why.
Okay. Okay. Now, Shello, did you want to become something more with Val?
Well, knowing the person I am, as in I know I'm not good for no relationship, and knowing that she just got out of some, I didn't think I would be more than that, you know, in like a relationship type of way. But maybe something different. Sure.
So is that like you saying that like you would want to if those stipulations weren't there?
Sure.
Okay. Val, did you ever want to become something more with Shello than besides just friends?
As of right now, no. After what just happened to me, no. But if
Okay.
never, but if that never ended up happening and all, then like yeah, like. But I just think like after what just happened, I don't know. I
So,
think
okay, just to clarify, to clear up some air. So after what just happened, okay, so what just happened being your past relationship? Okay, cool. I just want to just make sure that the people know that that's the reasoning. Now, Shello, before y'all got in the car to go to streamer prom, did you or did you not try to kiss Val on the couch?
Oh, okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. All right. If I'm gonna be honest with you, no. When I was in that position of me pulling her face towards me, I just wanted her to look at me because I did notice that it was very, very hard for her to keep eye contact with me. I mean, very, very hard. She couldn't keep eye contact with me at all. Maybe because I'm just like I'm a hideous or something. I don't know. But it's like, it was hard for her to keep eye contact with me. She did not look at me.
Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So Val, did you think Shello was trying to kiss you when he moved your face like that while y'all were on the couch?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why. Type shit.
Okay, and how did that make you feel?
Not uncomfortable, no nothing. I just felt like I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready. Okay, okay. So would you ever be ready?
I never thought about kissing at all. Like, no, no.
Okay,
Like, as I was thinking of it, like, I don't know.
okay, okay. So my next question is, you obviously, you feel me, weren't thinking about kissing him. You feel me? Um, Going into this trip, what did you see Shello as? Did you see him as a friend, a love interest, a friend and a way to make connections, or like what were your thoughts going into this trip?
Well, from the beginning, me and Shello, since I said we were kicking it off right off stream, like us becoming friends and stuff, I was very much, like I never, I ended up cutting all of my friends off after that past relationship. So I was just like, maybe like new friends would come. You get me? That's what I was hoping for. And then I wanted to become cool with Shello. And honestly, like, I just felt like I had to take it slow. Like, I couldn't. Like, that's why I seen him like a friend, but closer. You know what I mean? Like a close friend.
Oh, a
I wouldn't
close
even
friend.
say a friend.
Okay. So, Shello, how does that make you feel?
Well, I felt like if I knew her intentions off the rip, and I knew what it was gonna be off the rip, instead of me finding out at the end of the trip, this will probably be this whole therapy would probably not be happening right now.
Could you elaborate on that, please?
As in, shit would have been dead.
Okay. Okay. So, Shello, coming into this trip, let's just give a little bit of some background about the trip, right? Shello, did you or did you not pay for the entire trip?
I pay for everything.
Okay. Val, is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Shello, you paid for the entire trip. Was your intention with Val during the streamer prom to curate some sort of romantic relation with Val? Whether it be y'all go on dates, have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like friends to lovers story. Like, was that your intention?
If I'll be honest with you, yes.
Okay. And Val, hearing that, how does that make you feel?
Different, to be honest.
Could you like kind of like elaborate on that feeling if you have any words that can describe?
It would be like to be honest,
It's cause it happened. It's cause it
like
happened.
nothing bad. Just I really don't have an answer for that.
Okay, okay. So, the topics are, we're kind of getting a little heavy here. You know what I'm saying? We're finally we're getting a little heavy. So we're gonna step back a little bit. Shello,
Yes.
please rate Val 1 through 10.
10 out of 10. I would do it.
But
And that's something I can't be mad. Like, what the yes, 10 out of 10. She looks great. The hell? That's one thing no one can take away from her. Her look, she looked good, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cap. She looked
Okay,
good.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Okay. Val, please rate Shello out of 10.
uh, I would say I'm not
And you
gonna
cannot
lie.
say 7.
I'm not gonna lie. I would literally say like a not lying at all. Like honestly, like I'm not. I would say like an 8.5.
Okay.
An 8.5 is not that bad.
Yeah,
Chill.
8.5 is
That's
you
valid.
you up there with Michael B.
No,
Jordan.
nah,
You
but
feel me?
Pete, it's like it's valid, but
An 8.5 is not that bad.
Okay. Okay. So,
Mostly girls
um,
be rating people like
So Val,
a
can I ask you
5.
this question?
Yeah,
Would you say I'm your type?
I don't have
hold
a
on.
type.
Hold on, Shello. We're getting into that. We're getting into that, Shello. All right now. Okay, Shello. What would you say your type is? Or who are your previous people? Like, what did they look like that you liked?
Lighter skin,
Okay.
short, either brown or dark hair. It's
Okay.
around there.
Okay. Val, I'm not asking for your type. I'm asking you about your previous history with people that you've liked, done stuff with. You know, we're grown ass adults now. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? At the end of the day.
Light
So,
Like,
skins,
what do you mean?
if
skinny
you could
niggas,
describe, if you could
The guy
describe
that
like
I was
dreadheads.
with,
not the guy that you were, I mean, necessarily with, but like just your like people that you've dated in your previous dating history. Like, what did they look like?
what did they look like? Oh,
Yes.
he was white, curly headed. Well, I wouldn't even say white. He was mixed.
Mm-hmm.
He was just Arabic. I don't know.
Arabic. Okay. Was he like an athletic build or like what was his how tall was he as well?
He's 5'8". Um, all he do is he's a boxer and streamer.
Okay. Okay. That's very, 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 very interesting. That's very, 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 very interesting. Okay. Now, there is a specific clip. Um, y'all are in a bathroom. Val, Shello asks you, do you see a future with him? And you said yes. Was that a lie?
No, that's if I was thinking today. Um, it was literally a 50-50.
Say that one more time for me, please.
It was literally a 50-50.
A 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like a 50% chance that no, y'all would get together and be happily ever after, or a 50% chance y'all were not gonna get together and not live happily ever after. Okay. Okay. So um in your mind, right? Because it wasn't this 50-50, and obviously, it's your choice to make ultimately. You know what I'm saying? What leaned you on the side of the no instead of yes? Like, was it a specific action or was it a specific event?
What do you mean?
Like, if it's 50-50, something either leans you yes or no, whether it be an ick. Like if Shello helped out the homeless while y'all were on a date, that would give him like plus 5% in the yes category. Or if he slapped the out of a baby, that would give him minus 10% to the no category. Like why did you lean the way you did if it was 50-50 at that time?
Pre my past.
I
I mean, if you
don't.
don't know, you don't know. I mean, some like, romantic feelings and shit is a weird thing. So
It's
if you
just
don't know, you
weird.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, Shello,
Yeah.
did you or do you currently regret being the sponsor of Streamer Prom for Val?
Currently, currently, yes. I do regret it. Yo, Dontario, appreciate you for the sub. But I do currently feel regretful as about the whole. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I lost so much more than I gained, and you can gain in so many different situations than just one. There's so much you can gain in, but I feel like I lost 10 times more than that.
Okay. So to kind of put this in perspective for the average viewer, over or under 3,000?
Under,
Under 3,000?
under,
Over or under 2,000?
under.
Under 2,000?
Yes.
For real?
Like it, man. middle. Like in the middle. Call it 1.5.
Okay, so 1.5 thousand on the trip. Okay, cool. Damn, nigga, shit, I don't even got 1.5 in my savings. That's why we gotta get a job.
Nigga, don't say that.
Val, multiple times. Granted, I wasn't there, so this is just off of, you know what I'm saying, what I've been seeing and things of that nature. But multiple times you claimed you were overstimulated in the presence of Shello. Were you truly overstimulated, or did you just want Shello to leave you alone slash talking about the topic at hand?
I don't want to talk about it. Can we go to the next question?
Yes, we can. Shello,
Yes.
were you in the Airbnb? Hold on, I'm gonna pause right there. Shello, after streamer prom, seeing all the clips of Val on either other people's streams or other Instagram or forms of social media, how did that make you feel?
Now, I'm gonna be real. I didn't really see a whole bunch of clips, but I did have people coming up to me saying, yo, where is she? What is she doing? Your ball's not really your ball. She using you for this and that. There weren't really clips. There were really just people coming up to me and telling me the type of shit. But they were never really explaining either. So that's why I never pulled the plug on it.
Okay. So now Shello, how important is your image to you?
Oh, very, very important. Yes.
Okay. And when Val, whether she was networking with other people, whether that be guys or girls, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel as though throughout streamer prom, Val was an extension of you, like your responsibility?
Most definitely.
And so, do you feel like she impacted your image in a negative way?
If it really depends on who's like looking into it.
Objectively, just from an objective lens, somebody that's just looking in as a viewer.
As a viewer,
Do you think she respected you at streamer prom? Did you feel disrespected by Val at streamer prom? Yes or no?
to her being around hella people and not really be around me as much, as she's doing her thing, she's making her connection, that's fine. That's cool. But then again, you're still my plus one. We're supposed to be doing it together. I did feel disrespected in a way.
Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna take a quick little 5-10 minute recess. We will be back. Val, you may go do what you need to do, and then you may come back. People, I need to take a tinkle. That's why we're taking this break, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I've been holding in my bladder for a minute now. I should not have drank all of this apple juice. All right, I'm sorry. All right, we'll be right back.
Chat, what y'all thinking, bro? What y'all thinking, bro? Ask your questions, man. Ask your questions. Ask whatever you want to, man. Ask your questions, bro.
Shello, cover your mouth real quick. Chat, do not repeat what we're about to say, okay? I'm gonna ask some, you know what I'm saying, some little breaking the law, you know what I'm saying, the ice ass questions, cause this just got hot and heavy, and I don't want her to cry or leave yet, okay?
Yeah.
Then gonna ask about the Airbnb. So we only got a few more questions left. The first question, Val, would you be down to do a stream with Shello again in the future?
Up to Shello.
Shello, how would you feel about doing a stream with Val in the future?
Never again. Unless things are figured out. Unless things are situated. Unless me, everybody but the people I be around, the people who helped me be who I am today, agree with that, I don't think that'll ever happen again.
Okay. So, I mean, this second question is like, I feel like, I mean, y'all kind of answered it, but I'm still going to ask anyway. So, would y'all talk or like hang out all stream like ever again or no?
Who you asking?
Shello, I'm asking you.
I don't mind hanging out off camera, but if there's cameras around, I see her try to take something for a story, hell nah. It's just gonna be off cam shit. We gonna just chill. I don't mind.
Val, how do you feel about that?
Nothing. That's his response. That's how he feels. That's up to him. Can't really do anything about it. I can't sit in bed.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Isn't your plan to become like a content creator / streamer too? So I'm like, y'all both streaming. You feel me? That's why I thought I would. So we're getting into the next question. So just to be clear, Shello, y'all had an Airbnb for you and your team and Val while you were in Houston.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Val, it has become apparent that you had went to somebody else's Airbnb, even though Shello had provided one for both you and his team. Why did you go to somebody else's Airbnb?
There's also somebody who owned the B&B in there right now as we speak. Malachi, are you here?
What's going on, guys?
Can you turn your camera on?
I'm in the car right now, but what's going on, guys?
You know, you're a little dark. You like turn the light on?
I'm not gonna lie, it's an Uber.
Shit.
But it's good. It's all right. What's going on, guys?
Okay. Your name is Malachi, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have you listen in, and then we'll have you clarify details as things progress. Okay. So Val, would you mind answering the question, or do you want to skip to the next question? Because we can skip to the next question if you so choose.
I didn't really care. Like, I didn't really mind of anything. I was just a person that, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to cause nothing or no problem, no nothing.
Okay, so I mean, why did you go to Malachi's Airbnb instead of going back with Shello?
What are you talking about?
Did you not go to Malachi's Airbnb instead of Shello?
What are you talking about? Which, like, what, like?
Okay,
what are you
I
saying?
will
Like,
say there are different situations of when.
Okay, Shello,
everything happened.
could you explain a little bit about the Airbnb situation?
Yeah,
Just
Malachi,
so
can you
that
mute real
people can
quick?
get some backstory.
Appreciate it. So there was the first situation is when we all went out to eat. It was me, Snow Cone, and everybody else she was with. Me, Snow Cone, Paige, everybody else she was with, and my boy Hydra. So we all went out to eat, had a good time, and then they said there was gonna go to a B&B with everybody from Streamer U. So we went to the B&B. Everything was fine, and then after that, it was cool. Did everything. She made her connects, and yeah, it was fine. But the second time we went to the B&B, that's when everything started like getting a little iffy. But I will say, I feel like ever since we touched down into their B&B, into Malachi's B&B, no offense, the B&B was fire. Ever since that, I feel like me and Val's relationship just started to plummet. I have no idea why, but it definitely just plummeted.
Okay, Malachi, it seemed like you have something to say. Could you please unmute your mic and articulate what you're trying to say right now?
So, Shello, I just joined the live and everything. You know what I'm saying? So can you clarify for me? I get that Val went as your date. You know what I'm saying? She was as your date. Now, what relationship status would you say you and Val were at the time?
Relationship status.
Okay, pause. Shello, Malachi, how does this relate to anything that we're talking about right now?
Just
I'm confused though. I mean, it doesn't really relate to what we're talking about.
Trust, it does. Trust.
I feel like, well, from me, it feels like it was on some type of talking. Most def.
So why?
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Go ahead, continue.
Wait, hold on. No, why did you make that face?
All will be explained in due time. Just continue on. All will be.
Okay. The second time of y'all being at the other B&B, you felt like this was different than the first time. Why is that?
So the second time we went to B&B, it just felt like she was more away from me. She definitely felt way more away from me, doing God knows what, I don't know. And it was just like she just wasn't there.
Okay. So during that time period, was there a point where you went back to the B&B that you purchased by yourself or with Malachi?
No.
The other one? No?
No.
Okay. So y'all came together, y'all still left together, right?
Yes. But
okay. So now
there's more detail to that too.
Please divulge.
Can I call another witness up to the stand?
Please.
Hey Siri, call James.
Hey yo, what's good?
What's good? What's good, James? You free to join the Discord real quick?
Yeah, actually I am.
All right, bet. I'm gonna invite you to the server.
I bet.
Now, I don't understand. Why are you bringing people when I don't, I'm not bringing no one. This was supposed to be a one-on-one, and you're bringing people.
Anyways, so Val, before we get into what we were talking about, or what Sarah, or not Sarah, what James and Malachi were talking about, I kind of want to talk about what James and Malachi were kind of saying while you were gone, and I just want to clarify some things, right? So,
I ain't gonna lie, there's a
James,
lot more to it. I will say.
James is allegedly saying that you kissed somebody in the game room. This somebody being Manny. He didn't see anything with his physical eyes, but he's saying that you two walked out the room. You feel me? Y'all was wiping y'all lips. There was mad saliva and like that, and things of that nature. Now I don't know if this is true because I wasn't there. Shello don't know if this is true because Shello wasn't there. So could you please enlighten us?
No, I went to the game room, right? Because I was already pissed off. Something had happened between my friend at home. I was on my phone and I was already crashing out. I didn't want to crash out on Shello. So I had to calm myself. So I went in the game room. Obviously, the guy
Mm-hmm.
came in the gaming room with me,
Okay.
right? Only person who understood me, only person who I was feeling like needing to crash out. We were talking. I told him what it is. I told him that Shello was overreacting, and I didn't really care. Like if I literally when James told me to go to the B&B, I was like, you know what, like whatever. I really don't care because I'm already going through something that my friend just texted me. That's that.
Right.
So
I feel you. I feel you. Okay.
as
Thank
soon
you
as he
for
got
explaining your side of the story. We do appreciate that. That's kind of all we needed to know. That was kind of all they talked about. Now,
Can I ask you a
Sarah,
question, Val?
um,
no, you can't.
I can ask you a question.
No.
Hey, Sarah,
Happened?
can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
So she tells you everything. Could you please tell me what I was supposedly overreacting about?
Well, listen, this is what I really came on here to say. We talked on the phone for like 45 minutes. And we had this entire conversation. I told you I would speak to Val, and you told me, I told you that I didn't want you to bring it on stream because you know how people are on the internet. And you told me, yeah, I get it. And I had to bring it back on the internet. And you told me that you weren't going to bring her back on your stream. And you still did, knowing like the whole conversation that we had when I had already spoke to Val.
That is true. And I'm gonna be real with you. I wasn't going to, but things changed. People brought me the ideas, people brought me all types of shit. And I felt like, okay, this needs to be touched on, this needs to be talked about one last time. And I do apologize for that, of my dishonesty. I do want to apologize for that on my end.
If someone tells you to go jump off a bridge, are you gonna go jump off the bridge?
how much money involved?
I mean, like, just because someone said that you had to go speak on it doesn't mean you have to. Like, you said you were gonna keep it off stream. Like, it's weird.
No, I understand that. I can understand how you feel about that, for real.
Because I told you how Val is, and I told you, like, we even said the people on the internet they're ruthless and they don't care.
Toxic as fuck. I'm already knowing.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right here. I don't know necessarily how this correlates to y'all's conversation that I had between each other, but we're here for therapy, so let's kind of stay, in the same realm of kind of what we're doing. Now,
So y'all know it was talked off
so
on
Shello,
stream, off stream.
so Shello definitely. He said he asked you what he supposedly was crashing out about. I'm sure that everybody's kind of curious. I'm kind of curious, bitch. I'm messy.
Like what I was.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why was I overreacting? Like what was?
Yeah, like
overreacting?
what was Shello overreacting about?
So I was upstairs with people in the room. It was 2 girls, just me and the girl. Then we had 3 boys playing Uno. We were all drunk. I was sitting in the corner of the bed, right next to the girl. That's when my friend was going through something that she needed me, because my friend come first. And I'm not gonna just ignore that. So something had happened at home. I grabbed my phone and I stay on my phone and I started texting her how she felt because it was nearly something personal, no, personal, something that is up to her. The girl stopped playing Uno with all of us. She said, like nobody wants to play Uno. Everybody is tired. So she picks up the cards. Right after she left the room, that's when Shello came. He looked at me. He was like, "Oh, let's go. Like we gotta go." And then I said, he said, we gotta go. Like you can't stay. And then I was like, all right, like I don't care. I don't. It's not like I really don't care because at that moment I didn't really care about anything, what was going on. I was caring about what my friend was feeling.
Right.
So, whatever. I go downstairs. I sit down in the stairs. They asked me, why am I not staying? And then I said, I don't know. He's mad at me, but I'm going to just go. Like, there's no problem. Like, you don't really have to go. And then as soon as I said that, they ended up going to Shello to talk to him about something that I'd never know, and I didn't know anything. As soon as I walked downstairs, right, because that's when James came, I told James, I don't really care about anything what's going on. I'ma just go, like, because either way I had to pick up my stuff and pack it because I don't like packing it as soon as I wake up.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a quick pause right here. Me personally, I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie. Can
I'm
we
telling you what happened, how he started overreacting when I was in a room. It seemed like I was in a room with three guys. As soon as the
Okay.
girl left, it seemed like I was with three guys when I was not. I was literally in the corner of a bed, texting my phone like this the whole entire time. And that's when Shello came and he said, let's go. We're going, like, we have to leave. And I understand because someone told me that he was panicking.
Who said that?
So, not gonna say names.
You should say names.
So,
No, I mean it's okay. She don't gotta say names. It's okay because I also have some information. And I'm not gonna reveal this name. So, but I want to pause because so he was overreacting because you were in a room with three guys. Just to clarify.
yeah, he, in his point of view, it looked like I was hanging out with three guys when the other girl left as soon as he came. So, that's what.
Okay, so was he crashing out when he walked into the room? Like when he walked to the room and saw you, he started crashing out, or was he previously crashing out before he went into the room?
He was looking for me. He was looking for me everywhere, and that's when someone told me that he's panicking, and then he found me, and then that's when he like crashed out that because he saw me with like three guys.
Okay, Shello, I got you. Just give me. I have one more question. I'm sorry. So Val, what does a crash out like constitute? Like, what does that mean to you? Like, does that mean like he's yelling at you, cursing at you, calling you out of your name? Like, what does that mean to you? I just want to make sure that's clarified.
You just gotta find a meaning, like
Gotta
to
find
be
out.
honest.
Okay. So Shello, how do you feel?
All right.
What's going on?
So when I walked into that room, no, when I walked into the B&B, we came back from Waffle House. She didn't want to come to Waffle House for some reason. Okay, she may not like Waffle House, but she don't need to be at the B&B the entire time. So she said, I'm gonna stay at the B&B. I already had an issue with that. Cool. Do what you want to do. Grown woman at the end of the day. So
Right.
we come back. We are at their B&B now. I asked people, yo, where's Val? We gotta go. We gotta check out the Airbnb. We gotta check out my B&B at 11 a.m. Because is that not how usually Airbnb work? You go in, you check out at a certain time.
Right.
You don't, they're gonna be on your ass.
Right.
So I'm looking for her. I'm asking people, oh, have you seen Val? First of all, there's some people who don't know who Val is. And they're like, Val. Nah, Val, where's she at? Now, and then I was just like, don't worry about it. I'm asking the next person. So I'm asking people, have you seen Val? Somebody told me upstairs. I went upstairs. I went to the room in the back where all the girls usually be. Because that's the girls' room. I knock on the door. Hey, have you guys seen Val? I asked the two girls in the bathroom. They said, nah, we haven't. Oh, Val, have you know Val? Val? No, to me, personally, I don't know everybody 100% like I do some of the in there. So to the people who don't really know me as like that, I have to be looking crazy, looking for the person who I came here with. Like, why am I looking for you in another person's B&B? And then when I do find her, like she said, I find her in a room with one laying down, a nigga on the floor on the bed, and another next to her laying down. Now, off the rip, that looked crazy. I wanted to say something, but I didn't say nothing. I said, yo, we just gotta go. I said, yo, we gotta go. We leave. She sits down on the chair, on the stairs, right? Sits down on the stairs. Like she said, was saying something to her. She said, why y'all leaving? Why y'all leaving? I don't know what, she said some to him like, we just gotta go. Something about we gotta go. Now, Pete, already, I'm in a bad mood. I have to look for her, and I have all this to do. I think the says something like, damn, why y'all leaving?
Hold on, I'm gonna pause you right here. So I just want to make sure the chat kind of really understands the full scope, right? So boom. So mind you.
Well, I don't think this is not part of the questions. That's what I got it from. Someone told me this is gonna be just questions. It's nothing about no therapy, no something like that. You, Shello, bringing up people in the Discord felt like I was getting attacked for no reason because you don't see me adding or telling people add Bree, add Sarah. No, but I had to bring Bree Sarah, because you were bringing two people, and I'm over here defending myself. Yeah, I've got it. I'm gonna tell you straight up because I'm already done and I'm gonna say what I gotta say and that's it. I'm leaving because I'm done tired. Whatever I told you off stream, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. I'm still devastated. I still cry about it till this day. Even though it was 4 days, 2 days, it doesn't really matter because it actually affected our friendship, right? So yeah, that's one. Two, I have feelings too, because I've told you I've been going through so many things in my past life. And I don't care if I'm bringing this on the stream, but I've been going through so much. And I've told you this. And then you just kept adding more for me to not feel some type of way. You get me? Like, each day I be getting a text saying, lose weight yourself or something like that. You don't it's something that it hurts, I'm not doing this for a stunt. I'm not doing this for a clip farm. I don't doing this for no clickbait, no nothing. I'm just trying to do something that I really wanted to do from the beginning, way before you. And I wanted to do something. Like I said again, I told them and I told my chat, I'm not gonna speak about it. Me and Shello spoke about this off stream, so mind your business. Because at the end of the day, me and Shello are cool. And I told you this twice. And the fact that I still get bashed, people telling me to lose weight when I'm trying, and it's hard. People telling me to kill myself, and that's not cool.
You think that's funny?
Listen, in no way, shape, or form do I think that's funny. That's not a joke.
It's not funny. I swear.
Yo, Twiz, turn your camera off. Turn your camera off. Listen, and there's no way, shape, or form that shit is funny. I don't think that's something to be joked about at all. But the only reason why this shit is happening is because it happened. Like, the shit happened because it happened. This is the end of it. All right? She didn't want to continue the segment. There is definitely more to be said, but she didn't want to continue, so we got to respect that. Over and out.